So this is the last hurrah before your test tomorrow. You may use a calculator on this homework. You will be allowed to use a calculator on your test. I'm going to go through these. You should be checking your homework from earlier or doing these with me. First question, Austin ran 7 miles today. This is twice as far as he ran yesterday. Write an equation to find out how far he ran today. So we're trying to find out something, we have to figure out what our variable is going to be. So we're trying to find out how far he ran today. So I'm going to use R for ran. And then I'm going to look through here and see things that I know. It says Austin ran 7 miles today. This is twice as far as he ran yesterday. So is here. So I'm going to say 7 is equal to twice as far as he ran yesterday. So 2R. So 7 is equal to 2R. And then I need to divide by 2 and divide by 2. And R is equal to 7/2, which is equivalent to, you can leave it like that because that's a simplified fraction, or 3.5 miles. So Austin ran 3.5 miles yesterday. Question 2. Mr. Erb charges $60 an hour to tutor math. This is true. He charged a student $300 last month. Choose an equation that you could use to figure out how many hours A, he worked with the student, then solve. So we're trying to find out how many hours he worked. We know that he was paid $300. So that's what he had. So that's our total. And that's equal to, and then every hour he makes $60. So it's going to be $60 times every hour that he works is equal to 300. So I look at it, no, this is adding. That's multiplication. No, this is subtracting. Here's division, which might work, but we don't know what A is, so we can't do that. So the correct answer is here. It is 60A equals 300. Next one, Mrs. Leach has X pairs of shoes. Miss Dabney has 4 times as many. Well, I don't know how many Mrs. Leach has, but I do know she has X. And then Miss Dabney has 4 times as many, so she has 4X. And then together they have 75. So you can write it like this, or you could write 5X equals 75. If I wanted to solve, I could divide both sides by 5. X is 15. That tells me that Mrs. Leach has 15 pairs of shoes, and Miss Dabney has 4 times 15 pairs of shoes, or 60. Farmer is using an 18-crate trailer to move his chickens. He has 72 chickens. How many trailers would the farmer need to move his chickens? What is the variable in this situation? And what equation do we use to solve it? So I need to know T, how many trailers? So T equals trailers. Okay. And the farmer has to move his chickens. So he's got 72 chickens. And each trailer can hold 18. So 18T. If I divide by 18 and divide by 18, I get 4 equals T. So he's going to need 4 trailers to move the chickens. Another equation I could have done would be 72 divided by 18 equals T, because this is how many chickens could fit in each one and how many chickens he has in all. Number 5. It says A minus 4/5 equals 1/2. So remember, I need to get the variable A by itself. So I'm going to add 4/5 to both sides. Now, if I didn't have a calculator, I would be using a common denominator, but you do. So you're going to do 1 parenthesis, 1 divided by 2 parenthesis, plus parenthesis, 4 divided by 5 parenthesis, equals. So when you add that up, you're going to get 13 tenths. Well, you'll probably get 1.3, which is 1 3/10, because that's what 13 tenths equals. All right, next question. We've got 2.5 plus x equals 9.4. We're going to subtract 2.5 from each side. So into your calculator, you're going to put 9 4/10 minus 2 5/10. And that is equal to 6 9/10. Next one, we have 1 3/4 is equal to 7 times of x. I want to divide both sides by 7 so I can get 1 3/4 by itself. So I'm going to do 1 3/4 divided by 7 over 1. This is equal to 7/4 divided by, need to make this be fourths, so 28/4, which is 7/28 or 1/4. If you're doing this using your calculator, you would say 7 divided, well, parentheses, 7 divided by 4 divided by 7 equals, and then you should get 0.25, at which point you're going to hit the button. You'll hit the second and the FD button to change the fraction into a decimal, and it'll give you 1/4, but you can leave it as a decimal if you want. All right, in this problem, we have x divided by 5 equals 3 1/10. I need to find the value of x. So since x is being divided by 5, I'm going to do the inverse operation, which is multiplication. These will factor, and then I have 5 times 3 1/10, which is 15 5/10. Number 9, I need to follow order of operations and combine my like terms. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract. So I have 7 7/10 plus x equals 15 4/10. Now I can simplify to get x. So I'm going to subtract 7 7/10 from both sides. X is equal to, I need to borrow here, but remember, you can use your calculator. I just don't have one handy. So my answer is 7 7/10. And the final question. Some kids in Math 1 were working on their homework. The problem said 3x plus 1 squared equals 100. Which of the following solutions will make it true? So you have to try 2, 3, 4, and 5 in place of x. So 3 times 2 plus 1, the quantity squared. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 7 squared means 7 times 7, and that's 49. On your calculator, you have a button that looks like this. That will square it. So if you put into your calculator parenthesis, 3 times 2 plus 1, close your parenthesis, and then hit the button that says x squared. It will give you your exponent, and then hit equals. All right, question 2, or choice B. 3 times 3 plus 1, the quantity squared. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 10 squared, that's 100, so that's the solution. It's B. All right, good luck for your test tomorrow. I will post the link for it on Canvas, and it is in SchoolNet. It is calculator active. It does have a read aloud feature if you would like to use that. So good luck, and I look forward to seeing how you do on this. Thank you.